Where I am now, better than before, through those open doors. Where I am now, where I am now, I'm in a special place, a tender open grace. Where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. And if you like to see us live in WGPL 1350 studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page or Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page. And guess what? You can see us live right here in WGPL 1350 studio. And if you want to hear us all over the world, all you got to do is go to www.christianbroadcastingcompany.com, click and listen live. Or you can go to WPCE 1400 AM or WGPL 1350 AM. And guess what? You can hear us all over the world. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and we say a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors, our WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
And peace, 95.3 and WPCE 1400. Good morning to you.
Let's welcome Facebook Live, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow, comment, and we'll shout you out later on in the show.
Like, share, subscribe, and follow.
And comment, and we'll shout you out later on in the show.
Shout you out later on.
That's right, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day today in the Hampton Roads area. I think the temperature is going to be perfect. Maybe a little bit of rain later on, but other than that, it's going to be really nice today.
Right now, it's 76 degrees on the outside on a TGIF day.
Yes, it's fun.
Friday.
Yes, I tell you what, I hope you all are ready for the weekend. They got a lot going on here in the Hampton Roads area. I'm going to try to find out what I can do this weekend, Mr. E, to have a little bit of fun.
That sounds wonderful.
Absolutely. A little bit of fun. If you all know what's going on, just comment. Let us know what's happening in our area.
That's right. That's all we want to know. Let us know so we can stop by and help patronize you.
All right. Yes, we can. Mr. E, this segment, What's in Your Closet? Issues concerning women, but also our summer fun. And we have a very special guest on today. I am glad to introduce the talented singer, actress. She's also, she does so many things. I think we're going to let her tell us all the things she's involved in. She has a special event she's going to announce as well. We have the beautiful actress, Gabrielle Bree Pinkney, and she's on the line now. Good morning. I tell you what, it's so good to have you on. I want to make sure you are speaking in your phone, not on a speakerphone, but make sure you're speaking directly in your phone so we can hear you, and make sure you elevate your beautiful voice. So we're glad to have you on. Tell everybody where you're from, Bree, and just a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. So I'm from Virginia Beach, Virginia, and I started singing when I was 6 years old in my church, and I was the youngest praise and worship leader at the time. And from there, my love of singing only grew. And when I was 8 years old, I started taking private vocal lessons to really build up my craft. I performed with the rock players. I was little MJ in the Michael Jackson Broadway show that they did. I did hurrah for the holidays several times. And I also went to Governor's School for the Arts when I was in high school, where I began to perfect my craft in classical music. And I wasn't really sure if classical music was for me, but as I continued to perfect my craft over the 4 years of high school, I really enjoyed it. So I continued to explore that craft when I went into college at Syracuse University. So now I'm a music industry major with a minor in African American Studies, and I'm really passionate about exposing African American girls like myself to the wonderful world of opera. So that's something that I'm really passionate about, and I've been speaking very vividly about on campus through several interviews.
Yes.
It is a news organization on campus. So I've been trying to share my love of opera with everyone on campus, especially people of color.
Absolutely. Now, Bree, I remember when I first met you. I was in the studio doing a project in the Chesapeake area, and I heard this beautiful little voice, and I said, "Who is that?" And I was introduced to you, your mom. I think your mom was there, and I think your daddy was there. And that's our first meeting. But it was funny. After that, our path began to cross a lot because the music that you were doing, and I think it was a song about your dad, you also was doing a video. And you and I ended up in the same place in one of our in my video in Portsmouth, and you were there as well. Then we came across one another again at the Achi Award, and I got a chance to do a picture with you. And we've had you on our anti-bullying rallies, singing, and just so many times we've met one another. And it's been a great feeling to see you now in college and doing a lot of great things. I want to say congratulations to you for all that you're doing.
Yes, thank you so much.
Let's talk about your journey through education. First of all, I want to know how you are able to balance getting your education and doing your talent, working and things in the field of art. How did that work out down through the years?
I have to tell you, it was tough at first. And I really started out very young, at a very young age, having to figure out how to balance my academic load, but also follow my passion in the arts. And I have to tell you that I had to lean on my mom and my dad because they were always very supportive with my artistic gifts and just letting them help me with anything that I needed as far as finding that perfect balance. And I think going into college, I was so prepared because I've been building up that balance for so many years. And I think that once you realize how to find that perfect balance, it's very easy and it kind of comes naturally with time.
Oh, you graduated 2020. Did you exhale when you did that? Was it like, oh my goodness, I'm glad that's over with. I can continue to do some other things. And how did it feel, your graduation?
You know, it was kind of bittersweet just because when I graduated in 2020, that's when the pandemic hit. So I didn't really get the full on graduation that everybody dreams of when they graduate. But I will say that they definitely, my high school, Ocean Lakes High School, and the Governor's School for the Arts did a wonderful job of trying to celebrate us, especially in that difficult time when COVID was happening. And I'm just so grateful that they were so supportive. And I was very excited to be moving on to the next phase of my life, to explore other things, as you said, in college, and not just music, outside music as well, because I ended up being one of the founding members for an organization called the Black Honor Society. And
Yes.
that's the first African American honor society on Syracuse University's campus. So that's something that I'm very proud of, that I had an opportunity to explore as well.
Let's talk about college. Syracuse University, double major. You're majoring in music, but also you are majoring in African American studies.
So I'm majoring in music industry, and I have a minor in African American studies. And I took that on because I thought it was important, since my goal is to really diversify the field of opera, to learn more about the African American culture, get myself immersed in all the different facets of African American history. So that's something that I personally wanted to take on, because I thought it was important to expand my knowledge and apply that to the music industry.
Wow.
I want to say good morning, Bree, and congratulations. Oh, I remember you. I remember you
Yes.
growing up, and I just want to say thank you so much for all that you're putting into the arts and all that you're putting into for young adults. Thank you so much. Well, who's your artist, your favorite opera singer that you mimic behind?
That's a wonderful question. So when I first got into opera, there's this little teeny singer that was petite just like myself, and I definitely related to her. Her name is Kathleen Battle.
Oh my goodness, yes.
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 She's definitely an opera singer that I've looked up to and I want to aspire to be one day, singing at the Metropolitan Opera stage.
Well, tell me, Bree, tell me now. You know, they say when opera singers are singing opera, they have a range or a pitch that they're singing that breaks windows and break glass. Have you got there yet?
Not yet. I haven't quite tried that one, but hopefully with a lot of practice, I'll be able to break some windows and some glass, some chandeliers, the whole glass ceiling.
Yes. Bree, tell us why you chose Syracuse University.
I chose Syracuse University because I really wanted to expand on different facets within the industry, not just with singing, but learning about diversity marketing, learning about management, sound recording technology. And Syracuse University has this music industry major that had me really excited. And I realized that the school as a whole is very supportive of students finding their niche, as I say,
Yes.
but also being open to trying new things that they may have not realized, oh, I didn't think this was for me, but this is really interesting to me.
But it was. You made a lot of friends, I can imagine.
Absolutely. I have a lot of connections within the organizations I'm a part of. As I told you, I'm part of the Black Honor Society. I'm a part of the Black Celestial Choral Ensemble, which is a all-Black gospel choir on campus, which is something that I'm very happy that I was able to find, since gospel has always been a part of my life. I'm also a part of the College of Visual and Performing Arts Ambassadors Program, which is an opportunity for me to connect with prospective students at Syracuse University. And I'm also a BPA Leadership Scholar, which is a huge honor, because I always try to aspire to be a leader in my community and on campus. And it's a great way for me to connect with other leaders on campus.
Yes. I have a feeling that you really like school, even though at times it was challenging. And you sound like you really stayed focused the whole time. Were there any distractions?
Yes, I would say sometimes I would get distracted. Not so much distracted, but maybe a sense of discouragement because sometimes trying to balance school and your love of the art can be very, um, very draining.
Yes.
I would say. So I had to learn sometimes, okay, let me take a break from performing for a minute because I really want to focus on this academic goal that I have. Because at the end of the day, I knew that academics were the key to everything before anything else. So sometimes you do have to step back and take a break so you don't overwhelm yourself with so many responsibilities.
Bree, did you ever want to express that, or did you feel comfortable in saying, look, I need a break?
You know, it took me a while to give myself that grace because I'm very much a person that's used to saying yes, 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 yes to everything, feeling like I have to do everything. But I've had to learn to tell myself it's okay to say no to certain things because nobody is perfect. Everybody is human.
Yes.
You can't possibly do everything.
Absolutely.
You know, Bree, when you got on campus, your first time getting on campus, and how did you feel when you first stepped on the campus of Syracuse? And did you feel intimidated, or did it feel wonderful to be on campus, or how did you feel? What was your drive towards now doing your academics and doing the things that you set out to do?
I have to tell you, when I first came on campus, it was a sense of shock for me. Like, is this really happening? Am I stepping into this adult role, having to make my own decisions,
Wow.
having to make my own choices? It was definitely a state of shock for me at first. But then once I started getting into the groove of things, starting my classes, finding all of these wonderful organizations on campus, I started to build a support system on campus, people that I could rely on to help me through that first year and really guide me on, hey, this is a great opportunity that you can reach out to. And that's basically how I tried to step into that big role, really stepping out into being an adult.
How do you feel, Bree, about being an adult, making Bree own decisions now? You calling the shots. Nobody else is calling the shots, but you making the right and the wrong calls. How do you really, really feel?
At times, it definitely feels liberating because I think over the years, I've definitely experienced a lot of things that many young adults might have not experienced. And it's liberating to be able to share my experiences openly with other young adults and just letting myself be free to share my opinions and to share my voice and my perspectives with everyone and not feeling that, oh, I shouldn't be speaking out on this. I should just take a back seat. That's not what being an adult is all about. You have to be willing to speak out on things that you're truly passionate about.
Bree, are you talking to other youth? Do you advocate for any causes? Tell us what you're involved in as far as getting the message out to our youth about being productive and about life's journey.
Absolutely. One organization that really emphasizes this is the Our Time as Calm Scholarship Program. And people like me that are people of color and who are very involved in their community, who are the future leaders of this world, they're giving us the tools to be able to speak out to the youth, be able to speak out to our generation about issues that we're passionate about. And I apply those skills to all of the organizations I'm part of, the Black Social Core Ensemble, Black Honor Society, and even outside of the organizations I'm a part of, just talking to prospective students and talking to students that are already on campus about these are the things that are available to you and that you should get involved in, and just speaking out about things that are definitely changing the game.
Yes, absolutely.
As you began to venture out around the campuses and meeting different people of different nationality, how do you feel when you stand up to the mic and has to sing one of your great songs? How do you feel about that?
It's definitely one of the greatest feelings in the world to be able to share my voice with a whole new community, a whole new generation of
Yes.
people.
I was
Being able
wondering.
to share my gift is something that I really love to do
Yes.
because through my gift, I am speaking to someone. Someone is really resonating with the message that I'm giving. So I think it's important that I do take the mic and know that somebody out there is going to be blessed by the message.
So, Bree, what is your most favorite thing in the whole wide world between your music, acting, modeling, school, advocacy? What is it that you're saying to yourself, yes, that's me. This is really me.
Everything that you said, honestly, is
Wow.
really who I am.
Oh, I love
I
it.
can honestly say that each part, the singing, the acting, the modeling, the advocacy, is all an integral part of what makes up me. And
Oh,
without the other, that part of me is noticeably missing. So I have to have it all.
oh,
All
I love it.
You
Absolutely.
you said something that was so profound, so powerful, Bria, and I like that. The message in your song, the message that you're ringing out. To be little Brie and now big adult Brie, what is the message that you want to say to everybody?
Especially in this trying time, I think the one message that I definitely want to bring home is we are all human. We all have the same feelings, the same emotions. When I sing a song and I can connect with all types of people, that tells me that we all share the same emotions no matter where we come from. And music is one of those things that is universal and that everybody can connect to. I think that's something that speaks to how we should treat each other as a society, that we are all human and that we should be treated as such, as just the human race.
Can you tell us who are your greatest supporters? Who would you like to shout out?
Definitely God, first of all.
Yes.
I wouldn't be here without him. He is the reason for the season. And also, I want to shout out my wonderful mother and father who have always supported my gifts and taught me so many things that made me the wonderful young lady that I am today.
I'm gonna change before we go to this next segment. Brie, is there a boo in your life?
Oh, Mr. E is being nosy, isn't he?
Bree, I'm dipping, Bree.
He's
Is there a
dipping.
booty, Bree?
Listen, I haven't even had time to think about boys. I'm going to be honest with you.
Hey, man, I just feel relief
All
now.
right. Don't worry, that's coming because you're a beautiful young lady. You have
Yeah,
so much
yeah.
going for you, but I can imagine you may not be looking at anybody right now, but I'm quite sure there are plenty of guys looking at you. Bree, let's talk about the Z Community Focus Group. This is a public event. Tell us what's going on, how you're involved.
Yes, absolutely. So I am currently interning with Spiders American Theater, Dream Theater. It's in Town Center, which is in Virginia Beach. And they are having a focus group tonight
Wow.
at 6 p.m. and it's open to all that are enthusiastic about the arts. We want everybody from all walks of life in the community to come and share the love of the art with us and share your opinions about how the city can contribute to the community. That's what we're all about, really speaking out with the community and giving them something that they would love to see.
So July the 8th, today, 6 to 7:30 p.m. And where is it at?
It's at Sider's American Dream Theater, which is in Town Center. You can go to their Facebook at Sider's American Dream Theater to see the flyer, and you can RSVP there.
Bree, go ahead.
Well, Bree, are you going to be singing tonight? Are you going to be just acting, or would Bree have a input in it?
You might hear a song or two.
Yeah.
But this is really an open discussion event, so anything is possible. If people want to hear a song, I am willing to do that.
Yes.
People want to, do a comedy skit, people can do that as well. So it's really just an open celebration of the arts.
Very good. Bree, in a few more years, where do you want to land? Maybe in 5 years, where do you see yourself?
It's really uncertain, but if I had to have the ideal dream, I would be singing at the Metropolitan Opera stage. I would be
Wow.
singing on Broadway, really singing anywhere
Oh,
where the
wow.
message is needed.
Beautiful.
I really want to see a program that reaches out to young people like me that are people of color about the amazing opportunity that performing arts has to offer. Because without the amazing programs that I was put in at a young age, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I think that's really important that we educate the youth about the opportunities that are available to them.
Very good. Bree, give us information on your website, social media, or anything that you want to connect with people to follow you. Give us that information now.
Yes, absolutely. So you can follow me on my Instagram, which is Fashion My Way Blogger, and you can also look at my website, www.gabriellebreepinkney.com.
Bree, take 60 seconds and encourage young adults to help them to go and fulfill their dreams and their opportunities.
Absolutely. So, my generation of youth, I want to tell you that you can do anything that you put your mind to, and I want you to realize that you have more power than you realize. Because we are the generation that is going to change the world, and we have to be willing to share our voices, share our perspectives, and just be open to sharing all the power that we have to make the world a better place.
Thank you, Bree. We want to say congratulations to you for being on FYI radio show. You are a blessing. Continue doing what you're doing. We hope to have you on soon again and tell us more about what's going on in your life. But thank you so much for being on FYI radio show.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
All right. We want to thank you all for tuning in. Come on over to social media and talk with us a little while. We're on Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook Live. And we want to continue talking about a lot of things, upcoming shows, serving that tea. So be with us and have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday for Sports Talk.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. If you'd like to be a special guest, or if you'd like to be an intern, or if you'd like to support FYI, give us a call at area code 757-714-7861. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 12 right here on WPCE 1400, Peace 95.3, and WGPL 1350. Don't forget on all social media platforms. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
Life's not easy as it seems. Sometimes on this journey, things will not to see.
We want to say thank you all so much for tuning in. Roberta Carter, good morning. Hope you're doing well. All you all that are out there in Twitter land, Facebook land, LinkedIn land, and where else are we? YouTube. We want to say thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for your support. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, follow, and we'll shout you out throughout our time on the show here. You all are definitely a blessing, and we just really appreciate you. We also appreciate our wonderful, beautiful guest, Miss Gabrielle Bree Pinkney. She's from Virginia Beach, Virginia, and she's an actress. She's a model. She's a singer. She also goes to school, and she is just really, really a well-rounded young lady. I met her a few years ago, well, when she was a little teeny girl, actually, and we began to cross paths, and I was like, wow, who is this little angel? And her mother had a well-groomed, had her, she was just so beautiful and so well-mannered and so talented, and I was like, wow. She's someone that is going to be you're going to have to reckon with this young lady because she's already there. And all it took was just to her to continue to grow up and be who she is now. And she's on the right path still. Very proud of her. She's done a lot of great things. I wanted to also mention about the event she spoke about. It's the Z Community Focus Group. It's a public event for artistic enthusiasts and students alike. You can come join them and share the vision for the Z. It's July the 8th today, 6 to 7:30 p.m. It's at 4509 Commerce Street, Virginia Beach, Virginia, 23462. Free refreshments are provided. So if you want to express yourself, come on out.
And that's what is needed is free refreshments.
I hope that's not just the motivation for you all to come out.
No, just to go out there and enjoy Bree and the arts. It's going to be off the chain. And Miss Hinton, I see a new thing that's going on right around the arts. Everybody is now giving you an opportunity to chat about with the artists and what the art is all about, so you can have an idea of what's going on.
Absolutely. So we want to say thank you again, Bree, for all you're doing, for all you do, for all you've done in the past. You're leaving some wonderful nuggets for our youth. You're inspiring our everybody, actually, our community. And we just want to say thank you so much for being who you are. We also want to say thank you to your parents, your father and your mother, who's just there for you. They're your greatest cheerleaders, I'm sure. It's a support system that we all need. And, it's a blessing. I want to say this. It is a blessing to have parents. It's a blessing to have parents that pay attention to your needs, and they see the things that's in you, and they work at growing it up or making that potential come forth. And they've provided a lot of opportunities for their daughter. She's been in the studio. She's done videos. She's been on the news. She's modeled. She's just, she's done so many things. She's spoken to young people and to grown people too. And I just want to say thank you to the parents who take time to invest. It is an investment. Invest in the lives of your child. And daddies. It's important for dads to be in the lives of children. I saw her interact with her daddy. She was actually doing a song in the studio when I was in there about her dad. And that means a lot. That means a lot to dad, but it also means a lot to a daughter, a child who, have parents they can look up to, have a dad in the home. Everybody doesn't have a dad in the home. And it's not just because somebody has broken up in a bad relationship. I didn't have my dad in the home after 5 years old because he died in a tragic accident in New York. So I know that having a father is just a wonderful, wonderful additive to the family. He's the head of the home, and he really can care and nurture that child. And so that's what her dad has done. And we want to say congratulations to him. And mom, I've met her a few times, and she's beautiful, and she really loves Bree, and she really, really has put in so much of an effort to, help Bree to become a well-rounded young lady. So I want to encourage you all to kind of think about going out there. Those that are in the arts, there are so many young people coming up now, so talented. They can sing. They're triple threat, quadruple. What is it? What's the word? They can do everything. They can do everything. They can sing. They can act. They can draw. They can do videos. They're in business. They go to school. You have kids that are so talented, and if you want to realize the talent that's in your children or want to see it develop, be a part of things like that. I'm going to give you that announcement again in a little while, but make sure your children are involved in things. Put them in things. See what their talent is. See, like I said, how you can grow and develop their talent. Our friend Sean Cunningham, he has a art school, and it's located in MacArthur Mall, Lagos. Art cultural studio, and he is there teaching young people how to draw and how to use their imaginations to develop comic books and pictures and all kind of things. And so there are plenty of great places for your children. The Hurrah Players, you could go there and audition. Your children can be in plays. They can express themselves, and it's about expression. It's about bringing a well-rounded individual in life. She said, of all the things she loves them all because all of them is a part of who she is. And I love that because I feel the same way as an adult woman, a full-grown woman, that, all the gifts that I had are gifts to be used, and they're gifts for me, but they're also gifts for you. And so, make sure you are looking at your children and seeing what things they can do, or, they may be sketching a little bit and you say, oh, that's kind of nice. What's that? Or you may hear them sing a melody and say, oh, I didn't know they could sing like that. Or they may be something about business. There was a young neighbor that I, in the last home that I lived at, Mr. E, and he was always working on stuff as a little boy. Always building stuff, skate ramps. As a young boy. And eventually, as a grown-up guy, he graduated from school and got a job as a contractor so early and so young, got an opportunity, and he was building everything. He built so many things, and he's a master builder. But I saw it when he was a little boy. It's just amazing what's in us early. God gives us gifts and talents, and it's up to those that are around us to see them and nurture them and develop them and give them opportunity, because where there's opportunity, potential is realized.
That's right. That's right. And I'm just excited because we see young folks, this young people, this new age. We was talking the other day when we were serving the tea about our young folks, about abortions, about getting rid of our getting rid of our future folk. We was talking about that. So I mean, look at what we're bringing up. You got great opera singers, like Bree, that's going to be a great opera singer coming up real soon. Uh, that's performing in the arts.
Yes.
And I'm just excited because you don't hear too many folks that's singing opera that's
Absolutely.
now young that say, oh, look, this is what I want to branch out and do.
Yes. Good morning, Miss Modell Lewis. She says, my two friends, I hope you're doing good. Hope everything is fine. Hope you're going to have a wonderful weekend. But just like Mr. E was saying, we discussed abortion and the fact that myself personally, I don't believe in it because I do believe that it's killing the potential of what we could have here on the planet. You may be killing someone that has the cure to cancer. You may be killing someone that can invent something that would take us to the moon. I'm not talking about like they're doing now. I'm saying take us somewhere where we've never been before. And so I really thank God that, people take the time to say, we want to have children. We want to, bring children forth. We want to make sure they are developing well and loving them and caring for them because it takes a lot to make a child well-rounded. But she said God, that was her
That's
first,
her first thing,
right?
Yeah, that was the first thing that came out of her mouth. I just want to tell the Lord,
Yes.
I want to thank God for all He done. I like Bree because Bree is such a great she's so smart and so well with great mannerism.
Yes.
Because she said something that a lot of I haven't heard too many young adults say that she was when she stepped off onto the college campus. She now realized that she has to make adult decisions. My son, when he went to college, he didn't care whether or not he made adult decisions or
Good
not.
man,
He was just only saying, I'm away from the yard. I'm away from the yard. So, she was saying, thank God. Now I have to make adult decisions, and the decisions that I have to make will be lasting and will affect my life.
She said it was liberating.
Yeah.
And that means I think not only was it liberating, but she was ready to fly because her mother and father had invested in her to be well-rounded and ready. Sometimes our children are not ready to go out there. They like the prodigal son, going out there unprepared. You haven't taught them a thing. And they're sitting up there, going out there, and they end up in riotous living because they don't know how to make good decisions. And so, we've got a job to do. We have to teach our young guns, our children, our babies, when they're little, even before they come out the womb, we should be speaking to and talking to them. When they come out the womb, we should be making them well-rounded, giving them a consciousness of God, letting them know about God and good things in life, educating them and teaching them manners. And these things should happen as a little one. And then you'll see them bloom and blossom later on in life. Not that they won't make mistakes, but I tell you what, they know what to do. They can go ahead and live a productive life, and you won't have to worry about evil and a whole lot of folly.
Especially if you taught them well. I said to my son, when he began to talk and go off to college, I can talk about my son because it was the experience of a lifetime just to have a child to go to college. I said to myself, oh, he's off to college, and now what is he doing? I hope that he makes the right decisions. So.
Well, I tell you what, like I said, they make mistakes. We all do. But when you give them a foundation, when you teach them about God, that thing is in their consciousness, and they won't go too far. They know that there are limits. And so like I said, we have to teach them and we have to be responsible for them, because when they are going to fly out of the nest, and you want them to make sure they land in great places.
That's right.
So yeah, Mr. E, it was wonderful having Miss Bree with us. And there are some other things coming before we serve that tea. Mr. E's going to let us know who are some of our guests that will be
Our
on
special
FYI.
guest that we're going to have with us on FYI, and I had to run back in here because they wasn't ready yet. The special guest that we're going to have on FYI, we're going to have Coach Brian Brown that's going to be coming to us to talk with Sports Talk. He's the coach of the Southside Boys Parks and Recreation in Norfolk. So he's going to be our special guest, and Mr. Earl Bynum will be with us on our issues concerning men, and Miss Deborah Harris will be our special guest, along with Edwina Wilson will be our special guest, and Mr. Michael Webb will be our special guest.
Yeah, so we have a lot of things coming up for you all. Mr. E's going to tell you how you can be a special guest later on in the show. But in the meantime, Mr. E, there's so much going on. You know, I was trying to catch
Say that again.
There's so much going on, and we're ready to actually start serving that tea,
That's
honey.
right. That's right.
Look,
that's right.
if you all want to serve that tea with us, you can get these cups. Inbox us, let us know. We'll give you details how you can get our cups serving that tea.
That's right.
Because on every Friday, our Fun Friday, we want to serve it, give you a little bit of what's going on locally and nationally, internationally, or either entertainment news, or, hey, we want to just kind of share what we have seen, and heard
allegedly,
and our disclaimer. Some of these are alleged. Most of what we say are going to be from other platforms. People have already talked about the news, the newspapers, magazines, and things like that. There may be some allegedlys and a little bit of gossip, but we're hoping that, we're not spilling nothing that is going to cause us to get in trouble. So
that's right.
For that
That's
reason,
right.
This is our entertainment section, and we just want to make sure we do it in good taste. If you all are interested in serving that tea with us, sending us some tea, we'll serve it, and but just make sure it's on the straight and narrow.
That's right. We want you to be for real about your tea, because we don't want to get up here and serve sour tea. Serve sour tea that's gone bad, tea that's not no good. But we want to serve the right tea. Miss Hinton, I've been trying to get this tea for such a long time, and they did not do what they said they was going to do on yesterday. Thursday, they supposed to have been the city manager of Portsmouth supposed to have been
Portsmouth
again. Did you not know? Let me pause and rewind. Did you not know they were supposed to have? They had a meeting at Pastor Randall's church over in Portsmouth. Did you not know before the meeting they was talking about gun violence? They're going to talk about gun. 2 people got killed. 2 people
after the fact.
Before the meeting.
Oh my goodness.
2 people got shot before the meeting, and they was going over there talking about gun violence and things of that nature. And now over in Portland, 2 people got shot before the meeting. And here, how can you dialogue? And the state troopers are helping Portsmouth to solve these shootings and crime.
Well, the tea is, that's the tea that came out of Portsmouth, but the tea that's coming out in Portsmouth as well is talking about that city council.
That city council manager, let me talk for a second.
What's going on? We thought we were through with this Portsmouth City Council stuff, but Mr. E want to serve up some more. He want to stir up. He want to stir it up.
That she's supposed to have been to the point where the city manager supposedly gave a report yesterday on why she fired the chief of police.
What happened to that report?
I haven't heard anything yet. Lie she tell.
All right. let's put it like this. We were waiting patiently. We heard that there was supposed to be some kind of
News conference.
conference giving us some information on why the chaos in the city council, how come folk have been fired and coming back and then firing others. And, it's just kind of confusing if you ask me. Mr. E, what's going on?
Well, Miss
there has been no explanation, but we've been waiting for it. We thought yesterday would be the time when they're going to come forth and talk about it. Now, the new police chief of Portsmouth was on this same meeting that you're talking about, and just talking about how he gonna keep his head down and just work.
The new guy, the interim, the one that's playing,
the one that had replaced the one that was fired,
the one that's playing chief. Jenkins, he's playing chief of police.
Okay.
Because they got him in position just in case they have another one that would come up in Portsmouth.
Another. We ain't got time for
somebody got to qualify for that position.
But but you know what, Mr. E, I was looking at one of the meetings they were having, and they were having a problem with all these firings because they saying you're firing all these people, but you're promising them all these salaries.
They're gonna get paid to get fired.
You can't.
I think they fire me and get paid me.
This is what I'm saying, Mr. E. How you gonna promise people $200,000 a year for the next 2 years, and the city don't have that much money to be giving out all these severance packages and whatnot?
All they fire me and I can get paid.
I mean, well, that's what I'm saying. Just go if you want a good job for a few days. And just go on over there and see if you can get one because they allegedly they're guaranteed to fire you. But they packaging, but they're giving all these packages. But that was a problem. They were discussing that in the city council of why.
You're gonna get paid. You get fired, so you get paid. They told this guy that they told the chief. They said, Chief, if you resign. But Chief
where is this tea coming from? You said what?
What is the purpose of me resigning? And if you terminate me, I can get all the pay in the world. So they fired him. So he's still getting paid.
Right. Y'all hear the way you dress that up. Allegedly, I tell you what. Allegedly, you can get paid just by going over there
to Portsmouth.
But I tell you what,
Norfolk ain't gonna put up with it.
People just wondering, why there were folk getting fired over there and then rehired and then fired and other people. We wanted an explanation for it and thought we was going to get it. But I tell you what, we're going to have to wait on that tea because they didn't serve it. They didn't stir it. They didn't serve it. So we're here, look, waiting with our cup. With our cup. Look, Roberta says she's going to go.
You will get the job.
I mean, if it's that easy, $200,000, some of the packages, and the mayor was appalled.
Hey, look.
He was appalled. He was like, really? Do you really? Why are you all trying to give out packages? And Portsmouth, you got that much money.
What was his purpose? What's the purpose of having the mayor there? He don't know nothing. The mayor don't know what's going on.
Okay.
They're having private meetings over there. They got a clique in the house. They're trying to give folks $2,000-$3,000 to go along with the clique. The meetings are not at the city manager's office. The meetings are at church, at somebody else's church, and they find folk not in the presence of the council. They find folks off duty.
Well, Mr. E, I think that if they don't stop, I think Portsmouth may get strict and start firing the council.
That's why they
you gotta be leaders. Come on and lead Portsmouth. They need you. So much going on. Like you said, crime is everywhere. And the police, they need police, and they just need so many things. And it's time for grown folk to go ahead and just, do your job and help Portsmouth to keep rising above.
That's right. And that's why so much crime is going on. They said, wait a minute, there's confusion in the big house. So let's do what we want to. We make the law in our hands.
And it is confusing.
There's so much confusion.
It's a lot of confusion. And leaders, people are sitting back watching you all and watching y'all curse out people and watching all the foolery. Now we're watching. I don't know if anybody told you all But people are sitting back watching grown folk as leaders do what they do. And people are like gasping. It's like serious. And so I just wanted to let you all know that. But hopefully, as leaders, you all will realize that people are depending on you to make great decisions for their city, to see growth in their city, to see people prospering in their city. People don't just stay in a city just because, oh, I like the way it looks. They want things to happen. They want things to go right in those cities.
Well, Portsmouth, I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best. You got so much mess going on there. I wish you all the best and keep crime out of the streets so that people can live in your city.
And don't forget to serve that tea about why this is happening and why that. Give an account to the people. I think that's going to be great. Mr. E, I want to go to the church. We need to serve some tea on it. I just recently heard that somebody's doing a rewind.
Well, Creflo Dollar, I'm going to drop the name. Creflo Dollar is saying, Creflo.
Oh, you're talking about Creflo.
Creflo Dollar is saying that you don't have to pay the tithe. He
is he saying that?
He is saying that because here's what he has done, and I think is ungodly. What he has done, he's saying for the New Testament believers. So that means you take the Old Testament and throw it away and just eat the New Testament. But I thought you're supposed to eat the whole Bible.
Well, this is the thing. And I listened to Creflo, and he's clarifying exactly what he means. He's saying this.
Jesus paid it all. Okay.
No, he's not saying that. He's saying, okay, the law is the law. And grace is grace. Under the law, if you would do something, there was a penalty for it.
That's right.
He said even when it came to paying tithes, excuse me, if you didn't do that, certain things would take place, certain things would happen. You were basically under a curse. That's what the word says. But he's saying under grace, of course, you're free to give tithes or not, but you're not under a curse. You're not under curse. That means you're free to give. You're free to give 10% or more. You're free to not give, but you're not under a curse wherein you're going to be destroyed because you don't give it. And that's his spin on tithe. Now, we don't want everybody to stop giving. And that's what he's saying too. He's saying, I'm not telling you not to give. I'm not telling you not to give the tithe, but don't hang it over your head, a curse over your head just because you can't do it or don't have the heart to do it at this time or you don't attend the church. He's saying don't walk around with that curse.
So in other words, he's saying that it's Jesus paid it all so that you don't have to be under the curse of the Old Testament.
Well, that's the word.
So you won't have to be under the curse of the Old Testament. So if you don't pay your tithes, it's all good.
You're not under a curse if you're not paying your tithes.
So if you don't pay your tithes, you all good. If you do pay your tithes, you all good.
Mr. E, you want them to be under curse.
But I'm just saying.
He's saying ain't no such thing.
I'm just saying, well, we know that back in the Old Testament, you would put if you didn't pay your tithe, you was a curse with a curse.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's what the scripture says in the Old Testament.
Yes.
The New Testament said that Jesus came so that he took away the sting of the curse. Now grace is with us.
Yes.
So now since grace is with you, suppose you don't pay your tithes.
You ain't going to hell.
So suppose if you don't
That's
do
what
it,
he's saying.
So that, in other words, you it's your choice whether to pay your tithes or whether not to pay your tithes.
It's your choice. It's free will.
So
just
the
like
traditions
an offering.
So the thing that the Old Testament don't mean well.
It don't have nothing to do with the old. He's saying that you're under grace, and you're not under a curse anymore. We're under grace.
So now
this is what he's saying. He's saying, don't walk. He said, continue to give the church, but don't walk around thinking that you're going to be cursed because you don't give it.
Okay.
I'm just saying, stop telling these people that you're going to hell for not washing feet. Because I used to listen to the radio and stuff too. You had preachers up there talking about you're going to hell if you don't wash my feet. You're going to hell if you don't. Stop taking and sending people to hell for all this stuff you want them to do. Now, it's up to folk if they want to give, if they
That's
want to
right.
give tithes. It's free will.
That's
And
right.
you want them to give.
That's
You
right.
want the church to be successful and prosperous. And if you're sitting under a church, you should definitely support. But my God, stop sending people to hell and stop telling people that they are cursed if they don't give you their money. And you sitting up there with 5 airplanes, 6, 7 airplanes, and they can't even pay their rent. God ain't in that.
Creflo,
I don't believe
do
it.
you think Creflo?
Creflo has got an epiphany, and because he was. No, I heard this is legendary, but this is what I heard, that he was sending people to hell too. Y'all better stop sending people to hell for every little thing. I remember the man said, if you don't wash his feet, you going to hell. Now, you got to get it together now, because let me tell y'all something. Let me serve y'all some preachers. Y'all preachers some tea. You cannot sit up here. Okay, we got to go in a minute. Mr. E got us going out here, all in the middle of serving that tea. But I'm saying, you can't sit up here and tell these new school folks that they got to do this, that, and the other. They're not going to do it. I'm going to tell you that right now. So you better get it straight. You better give them to the word right, as you're not going to see them. How about that? So make sure y'all preachers are serving it up right. Y'all changing your mind. It was good then, now it ain't good. Y'all done prospered now. You don't have to give tithes. What is it going to be? Y'all in the comment fine, and let me know, what is it going to be? Is it going to be tied, not tied? Going to be wash feet, not wash feet? It's going to be given, not given? What is it going to be?
I hope that you continue to pay your tithes and give your offering.
I'm sure. Yes.
I hope that you do it so that your church can continue to stay open and your doors continue to stay open in your church. I hope that you continue to give in your church. Don't be like you don't just give so that your church doors can stay open.
Creflo Dollar saying in the pandemic, folks are doing whatever they want to do.
Well, see, they do whatever they want to do. And Creflo Dollar and them was saying the same thing about money. So now he done got an epiphany. He done changed his ways. And, he done been through the jailhouse and been through the courthouse. So now he feels, well, let me help y'all because I was wrong. Yeah, he was wrong. So now he got to help. That's why so many churches on the streets are closing, because folks are not giving anymore.
Well, look, we got to go. Mr. E's putting us out at 10:30. But anyway, look, we're going to see y'all back on Monday for Sports Talk. Be blessed. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And just think about some of the things that we're going to talk about. All right. Take care. Love you all. Bye-bye.
2 up, 2 down, VA.